Hey guys, Joe here, and I'm going to show you how to get Praedyth's Ghost in today's daily heroic story mission. You're just going to want to do this mission normally until you get to this area. You'll see it. You'll get down to the bottom of the stairs and you'll see two Vex shooting at nothing. They're kind of just shooting into the air. And you look down and it looks like there's an endless cliff that you can fall off and die, which you can. But if you stop, turn around, walk backwards, and fall backwards, and then use your jump to jump forward, that's where you're going to find the first ghost. So you'll see the Vex. They're going to be shooting at you. Just look at the cliff, turn around, walk backwards, then thrust forwards, and get to this ledge right here. Once you get to this ledge, you're going to keep proceeding in this tunnel. It's pretty, there's no offshoots. You can kind of just turn right, keep going. Once you get to this open area, you just turn directly right and you'll find the ghost right here. Next, you're going to keep going down that hill, and basically you're going to jump right, and then you're going to see these two platforms that you're going to jump on. That's going to take you even further into the vault. Some people use this way to get down further. Not everyone did. This is kind of a secret route, but when you get to this part, you're going to want to climb out to the edge here, and this is actually where most of the fighting in the first part of the Vault of Glass takes place. You see it down there. So go down there as normal, continue playing the mission as normal, basically. Just listen to mission objectives. When you get down here, you're going to face a bunch of taken enemies, and after you face the taken enemies, oh, I almost fell off the edge there. After you face the taken enemies, you kill all of them, and then if you remember correctly, during the Vault of Glass run, there's a secret chest that unlocks after you beat this section of the Vault of Glass, and what you're going to want to do is go in that way. Instead of walking through the main door, here you're going to want to go up to that separate little pathway that's on top. So you start here, you're looking at the main door. For those of you who haven't seen it, then you're going to turn left. The objective's telling you to go through the main door. Ignore that. Jump on this platform or the one above it, and you'll see kind of this little secret area right here. You're just going to keep following this. You're going to jump down, and now you're going to be in the lower level. You're going to be in in the Gorgon's maze, I think, if I'm not mistaken. You're going to go through this little passageway on the right as soon as you fall down from that previous area, and then just follow this, keep following it down the cliff, and you're going to get to an area where you'll hear Praedyth talking, and you're going to keep jumping down. And this, I actually messed this up while I continued it. I went a little bit too far, and then I realized that I had gone too far. So if you get to this cave area right here, you're not going to want to go any further. You're actually going to want to turn around, and you'll see a platform in the middle that has a light on it. So once you get to about right here, you don't want to go any further. That's too far. You don't want to get to the Gorgon's Labyrinth yet. So turn around, and you'll see it right above you. There's sort of a platform and a little cave system. So right there, that platform, you're going to want to get up there. As soon as you do, turn around, and the ghost should be right behind you. It took me a second to figure out where it was, but as you can see, I sort of looked down and I realized, oh wait, there's the ghost. So you grab them there. And one thing you want to keep in mind for this mission is you want to grab all the ghosts in order, and you don't want to wipe. You want to keep it moving, and you want to make sure that you don't wipe. And if you're playing by yourself, obviously don't die, because if you do, the ghosts are going to reset, and you're going to have to go back to the first one and get them in order. You have to get 1, 2, and 3. So we already got the second one. Once you're done getting the second one, you can just go all the way down into the maze. It doesn't matter which way you go, as long as you get down to this boss battle that you maybe already played. It's an optional quest that drops after you beat the main storyline. It's pretty cool. I like the ghost memories because they add a little bit more background to Praedyth, and I like this mission initially because it did give you more about Praedyth. All you've really heard about him is through some grimoire cards, and then also through his weapons. But really cool to kind of hear him talking about and giving his opinions about the Vex. So you get down to the actual maze, and then when you do, you're going to just follow the prompts on the screen. It's going to tell you to find the signal, do that, and you'll see it. There'll be a bunch of enemies to kill, and then the boss to kill. The last message you're going to get is from Praedyth, and he's like, oh, I don't tell him I lived. And then once you do that, you listen to your ghost. Your ghost is going to tell you where Praedyth's remains are. And his remains, you don't want to go near them. Basically, that could trigger the end of the mission, and you don't want that to happen. You've already beat the main mission, and this is how you would normally beat it, so you kind of just want to keep it moving. You'll see it here. His remains are in that room. So you turn around, and this is me just showing you where you are. You're in the labyrinth, so once you have the remains to your back, and then you're going to want to go in between these two pillars, and you're kind of just going to make a run. And this is how you would get to the jumping puzzle in the Vault of Glass if you did do the Vault of Glass. So you kind of just follow my path here. And it's going to take you to that big open chasm that takes you to the jumping puzzle. And you're going to be doing a jumping puzzle, but it's not going to be the one from the Vault of Glass. So be ready for that. I would recommend trying to do this with a couple of people, because if one person does die, it doesn't mean that you wipe. So if someone does miss the jumping puzzle, I actually ended up getting a friend to jump in with me right at the end. He got lucky and he didn't have to do any work. But see here, I passed the door. So you go through this little chasm here, and then you kind of have to jump down over a ledge. It's pretty dangerous. So I would say if you can get some buddies to jump in with you, definitely do, because if you do wipe here, you're gonna have to go back and start all the way. You probably should just go to orbit and start all the way back from the beginning, because trying to get out of the Vault of Glass by reverse means is pretty tough, if not impossible at some points. So as you can see here, you're going to see this cliff. You're going to turn left here and jump on those two platforms. So I almost ate it right here. Thankfully I had my Titan boost. I think that's me just celebrating that I didn't die. So then jump on the next platform, go through this cave here on the left, and proceed forward. And then you're going to want to jump. Once you get to the end here, you'll see it in a second. Here we are. So you're at the end here. It just looks like a cliff. There would be a jumping puzzle to do kind of thing, but instead what you're going to do is walk off the edge and turn around immediately. And you see this, you're going to land on this platform down here, and this is where the third ghost is. I would suggest trying to have a softer landing. I almost bought it right there and died and ruined my whole run, but thankfully I did not. So the ghost is actually behind you in that little alcove right there. So jump in there, pick up the ghost, and at this point now, I don't think deaths matter. So I think if you wiped right now, once the portal, you'll see it in a second. There's a portal that's going to open because you got the third ghost. So you go out to the main chamber here in a second. I'm just listening to Praedyth when I was playing this. You go out to the main chamber and turn left, and you'll see there's a portal down there that's going to be opened. And I think now that the portal's opened, if you die, it doesn't matter. But I think before this, if you died before you got that third ghost, then you're done. I didn't die on these platforms, thankfully, but don't take my word for it there. Just don't die. Try not to die. Try not to wipe or die if you're by yourself. So, yeah, I mean, you can follow my pattern. There are a couple patterns that you can take. These platforms are pretty forgiving. As you can see here, it kind of disappears for a second, but I still have something to jump off of. Even on this one too, it kind of was almost gone, and then I got some footing on it. They are forgiving, but still, it would really suck if you died here and then you couldn't get into the portal. So yeah, once you get into this portal, which should be in a second, here's when my friend joins me, and he ended up using the Blade Dancer method. Maybe some people have heard about that, where you kind of just pop the Blade Dancer and just keep using your melee attack, and then you can just jump all the way across this chasm without hitting any platforms. But that's another video. So once you get down here, you walk into the portal, and that's going to take you to a different area that you would have hit later in the Vault of Glass. And in here, there's just going to be a ton of enemies and a boss. So shoot the enemies. There's a ton of hobgoblins, and that guy right there is the boss of this area. So you're going to want to kill him. Be very careful. I tried not to die during this just because I was told that if you do die, that you wouldn't get the chest. But I don't think it actually counts in this area, so I wouldn't be too worried. But honestly, just try not to die. Once you kill the boss, you're done, and you'll hear some cool stuff from Praedyth. He just continues talking about his feelings about the Vex. And in the back of the room, behind where the boss was, there should be a door that opens. As you can see here, I'm just trying to run around and gather like runes and silken codexes and all sorts of weird things. So yeah, you jump over here, and then this is sort of the best way to see it. So you'll see that door right there, the big triangular thing. You jump into that, it opens, and in the back of the room is the chest. So the rewards for this mission are, I got varying ones. My friend told me that he got 35 legendary marks. I'm not really sure why. I only got 15 for doing the daily heroic mission. He ended up getting 35 for some reason. But when you open the chest, as you can see, you get a legendary engram, you get a cult ghost, and then you get some legendary marks for completing the mission. If you completed this mission anyway, you would have got the legendary marks, so that's cool. But I enjoyed the engram, obviously, and the ghost. The ghost isn't what you think it is. It's not a ghost that you can use. It's actually a mission specific item, so you're gonna have to take it to the tower and go talk to the lady from the future war cult, and she's going to take it from you. And all it does is give you faction reputation and vanguard reputation, and that's about it. So you turn it in. No ghost for you, but you do get the cool storyline behind Praedyth and how he ended up in the Vault of Glass and not escaping. And you also get some faction reputation. So instead of just doing a daily heroic mission, you end up doing daily heroic, getting a legendary engram, getting that faction ghost that you return to the tower and deliver, and you get some extra faction renown. So it's not a bad little turnout, and it's actually not a great deal of work considering you're already running through the mission. The worst part is that jumping puzzle at the end, but if you have, like I said, if you have Blade Dancer, you can just pop right over all that stuff and then go get at the boss. So thanks for watching, guys, and for more Destiny content, head on over to shacknews.com.